Well, one day when you go to hospital or you use the social services
I'm
paid
saying
for
you
it.
define socialism as a confiscation of private property, and you're saying that you
let me go
taxes, which is a confiscation.
Okay, the unreasonable confiscation of private property, the elimination of private altogether. You see, this is very simple thinking. That just because we want to force a border patrol, want clean streets, all of a sudden we become a socialist.
But still socialism.
Not every form of government is socialism. Would you acknowledge that?
No, I don't.
Okay, then
when does socialism begin and when does it end? And I'm saying you're saying
like an entrance into.
No, but you're saying if you're saying
I'm all of a sudden here.
Anti-American, I'm saying part of America.
So you want to know when socialism begins in Florida, and you enter the state of New York.
What's the tax rate in Florida then?
0. No, the income tax in Florida is 0.
Why don't you have to pay federal taxes? So if you have to pay taxes at all, it sounds like Florida's a socialist state.
Yeah, so are you trying to say America is currently socialist?
Yes.
Okay, I would agree. We're going more in that direction. So,
but you just said that America is socialist, but you said Florida's part of America. That doesn't make sense.
But the federal project right now is more socialist than it is free market. So to be even more clear, the closer towards the government owning a majority of your labor and your goods, the further and further closer you get to socialism. California is that. Now, I would love for the federal government to get rid of FICA tax, to get rid of, the excess income tax. I've been clear. I think 10% across the board. Fine. We need a military. We need a border patrol. We need basic social or a safety net, not a hammock. But I do not believe taxation. If you want to talk about other types of taxation that everyone here is paying,
No, I know. Just one?
Oh, cool. Good.
How about it? I'm listening to the debates from Charlie Kirk. Listening to the debates, from Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Every time it's been tried, it's failed. And it depends what you mean by crazy, but even in the most innocent implementations of socialism, with quote unquote the network, it falls apart. I would also make the argument first that socialism lends itself to people that want to assume power really quickly, right? So, like Hugo Chavez, Nicolas Maduro, Venezuela, Fidel Castro, and Robert in Zimbabwe. These are really bad people, right? So socialism creates a power framework for really bad people.
I don't understand why I cannot hear it.
So, because since government controls something, all it takes is for one person to control the government, therefore one person controls. You know what I'm saying? What our argument is how do we prevent the sort of tyranny from happening while also having a fun society, right? We don't want anarchy, that's not what I'm saying. Like I was just saying, I do believe in some form of taxes. I'm not saying get rid of all taxes, but we're way past, I think, the point of reasonable, government, interference. But there have been examples where socialism was tried.
Oh my goodness, look at the wind!
And it's fallen apart. So you even look today in Spain, they've implemented a lot of socialist policies. And Portugal's a mess, Greece is a mess, France is a mess, for example.
Oh my goodness, look at the wind! Oh my goodness, look at the wind!
Here's the problem with socialism.
It was just blowing like a blizzard.
Really?
Yeah, like a gust of wind, I guess.
Take as much as you can from the people to try to provide services. Well, eventually wealth has to be created somewhere. You eventually have to extract wealth.
Like a blizzard, a cyclone. Yeah, like a gust of wind, I guess.
Isn't that funny how that works, right?
In our history, we never faced people running to our country.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Afghanistan, Somalia, Libya, refugees brought here as asylum from England. Brought here every imaginable by plane, train, bus, army,
All stations, green light. Points towards the enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
There we go.
Battle royale. Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone. Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone. Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
I believe this is real. One only has to look here more initially. You have 5 days.
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
The Islamic Revolution is coming to America and wants to make the Mecca.
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
They are not worried about how long it takes them. They are in 7-year war, quote, not mine. It's going to take some time to go through what has happened as the Islamic community makes their way into America and feeds off of us to the point we don't know it. And the next thing you know, they've taken over school boards, they have taken over city hall, and I'm going to play for you some proof that they ultimately belong. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And when you look at those, one only has to look at this and what he has to say about Islam and where it is coming.
So know this, that Islam will enter every house. Every house. Don't worry about the Islamophobes. They can yap all they want, they're children of the Muslim.
Do you hear what he says here? Don't worry about Islamophobes. And let me tell you something, I'm not an Islamophobe. You want to practice the religion of Islam? Go ahead. It's my right to tell you why I would practice Christianity. But you want to practice Islam? It's your country. Here's where I have a problem. When you want to indoctrinate it into my children's curriculum in schools, which is seen in America. And then, when you want to institute Sharia law, you have communities being built all across this great land of ours. Especially in Texas, there's this epic city. They want to build a community there that will be run by Sharia law, where women virtually have no rights. There is no tolerance for anybody but the way they believe. And I would say that American is not a nation where some other version of the law supersedes our justice system. Not on my watch. But that is what they want. And they say the front out, but they usually do it amongst each other. And that's what's interesting about what I'm going to tell you. You've got to look at what they are telling each other.
Two guys today. Show me a cat over there. All Muslims.
Gas closing in.
We Tarif, al-Thaqafi. Al-Thaqafi, this Qabila is the tribe. Great Mujahideen, great ulama, they came. And the children of those, they used to throw this one. So Islam will enter every house. What's the question? Are me and you going to be a part of it? Are we going to become that tip of that need?
Enemy dropping into the
But
AO.
Allah put all of that in your desire.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Islam will enter every house. He's telling the people he's preaching to be a part of making sure that you go and push the word of Islam. Every,
Setting waypoint.
and so when we see the election
Enemy
of
using trophy.
the mayor of New York City, what
Setting
we really
waypoint.
have to realize is
Enemy using trophy.
one part of the Islam, and that is to infiltrate every level of government. I know this is the holiday weekend, but this is not something we can say. And that is the Islamic takeover of America.
Enemy field upgrade and trophy
UAV
neutralized.
overhead.
AA batteries. These are lithium-ion AA batteries.
Enemy field upgrade and trophy
Enemy
neutralized.
UAV overhead.
Megawatt hours at 1.5 volts. And
Megawatt. Milliwatt.
The White House sharing this dramatic video of a U.S. strike blasting back boat that was carrying drugs from Venezuela, killing 11 suspected Trinidad members in the Caribbean Sea. The White House sharing this dramatic.
We have more people praying. The churches are coming back. I don't know if you
Enemy
believe
soldier
the
incoming.
religion is coming back to
Setting
America.
waypoint.
People say, "Oh, why would you mention that?" To me, that's a big
Enemy
deal.
soldier incoming.
More people.
Setting waypoint.
They killed 300,000 people last year.
Changing max.
They killed 300,000 Americans last year, and that gives you legal authority.
Changing max.
Really, I will say this. When you look at the people we're dealing with, and we know that the people know the most, we know everything we're allowed to do it. It's in international waters. If we don't do it, we're going to lose hundreds of thousands of people. Now, they'll be coming in by land a little bit more because they're not coming in by boat anymore. There are no boats. There are no more boats. We know the boat owners to be there. You know, it's pretty unusual when you see somebody with a fishing rod and 5 engines in the back. You don't need that to go fishing. And they haven't experienced They killed 300,000 people last year. Drugs. These drugs coming in. They killed 300,000 Americans last year, and that gives you legal authority. We have a national security. Really, I will say that if you look at the people we're dealing with, and we know that, we know the votes, we're allowed to do it.
Semtex front.
If we don't do it, we're going to lose hundreds of thousands.
Semtex front.
They'll be coming in by land a little bit more because they're not coming in by boat. There are no boats. There are no more boats. We know the boat owners to be there. You know, it's pretty unusual when you see somebody with a fishing rod and 5 engines in the back. Wait. And we will hit them very hard with it. And they haven't experienced that yet, but now we're totally prepared to do that. This is a national security problem. They killed
Changing max.
300,000 people last year. Drugs. These drugs coming in. They killed
Changing
300,000 Americans last year. And
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
we have a national security system. Really, I will say this.
Friendly loadout drops on the
When you look
way.
at the people we're dealing with, we know that.
Gas is
We know the
inbound.
people-
Marking due
we know
safe
the votes,
zone.
we know everything else. We're allowed to do it. It's in
Gas is
international
inbound.
waters.
Marking due.
If we don't do it, we're going to lose hundreds of thousands of people. Now, they'll be coming in by land a little bit more because they're not coming in by boat anymore. There are no boats. There are no more boats.
Hostile UAV in the area.
You know, it's pretty somebody with a fishing rod and 5
Hostile
engines.
UAV in the area.
We don't need that to go fishing. Wait. And we will hit them very hard when they come in by land. And they haven't experienced that yet, but now we're totally prepared to do that. And this is a national security problem. They killed 300,000 people. Yeah, these drugs coming in. They killed 300,000 that give you legal authority. We have a national security problem. Really, I will say this. When you look at the people we're dealing with, and we know that. We know the people coming in. We know the votes. We know everything else. We're allowed to do it. It's in international.
Enemy dropping into
If we
the
don't
AO.
do it, we're going to lose hundreds of thousands of people.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
There are no birds.
Four attackers on me.
Please stay.
Four attackers on me.
Gulag is your last chance. Fight to earn redeployment. Gulag is your last chance. Fight to earn redeployment.
Trump said, I love you, but there's someone else. 47 then went to one of the richest countries of all, the United Arab Emirates.
The fight is ready. Almost your turn, soldier. Stand by. The fight is ready. Almost your turn, soldier. Stand by. Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination. Success means redeployment.
Yeah.
Failure means elimination.
Excellent. I mean, they came through and plowed it. They didn't want to do it.
Oh, I knew it.
Valiant effort. Keep your head up and return to base free. Valiant effort. Keep your head up and return to base free.
Yeah.
Do you have a car today?
I don't have one right now.
Oh, okay.
Do we need something?
No. It was just pack cigarettes, but no, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You smoked all the other ones already?
Do you have a car today?
I had the pack for a month. For like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Last time I looked, there were a lot left. But
I had 4.
It's just pack cigarettes. But okay, no, I'm good. No. It was just pack cigarettes pack for a month.
See, like that.
For like 3 weeks.
It was worse than that. I had a lot more smoke.
I had the pack for a month.
going out of the
For
northwest.
like 3 weeks.
You're over there puffing, 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 not passing.
See, like that.
Don't you
It was worse than
smirk
that.
at me, no Peter Parker?
See, like that. It was worse than that. And a lot more smoke. You're over there puffing, 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 not passing.
I'll have to fix you up.
You must smirk at me, no Peter Puffin, 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 not passing. Don't you must smirk at me, no Peter Parker.
Kellyanne Conway says, this is Keith who...
Check weapons and key weapons. Hold here. Deployment for deployment. Check weapons and key weapons. Hold here. Deployment for deployment. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
There's a lot of
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
You need to have
The combination of trade rules and military protection makes this a great fight. India dropped all force funding out.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment for the war zone. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
looks like a blizzard's coming.
Got their contract, got their contract.
Clear of the gas, clear of the safe zone.
Got their contract, got their contract.
Clear of the gas, clear of the safe zone. Targets are up, targets are up down. Targets are up, don't take them down. Don't take them down.
Promise you, this is definitely more order.
This truck got the store there for good news.
2026 budget includes across the board. Maybe you don't want to look a bit of a pay raises each.
Secure the supply box. Locations are marked on your tag map. Secure the supply box. Locations are marked on your tag map.
And another historic moment, the first time someone danced in a YMCA in the Middle East without getting thrown off the
One supply box down. Two remain.
Oh my gosh. I have no weapon. Oh, this is terrible.
This has been such a good trip.
I have no weapon. Oh, this is terrible. I have no weapon. Oh, this is terrible.
That was a dogfight.
Fight to win redeployment.
Now that was a dogfight.
Fight to win redeployment.
Constant fear of some bad faith right-wing attacks or some stupid, blob type, well, we don't do this, so we must leverage the sanctions for blah blah blah. No, sometimes you get put off of the meeting. Trump got
They're ready
elected
to
because
fight. Be ready. Be ready. They're ready to fight. Be ready. You're next.
Allies over to our side. It's like when little boys go to the beach.
Earn redeployment. Side try.
Why don't we all build sandcastles together?
Earn redeployment.
Now the Arabs are buying our chips, and everyone's getting
Yeah, I was just asking you.
Setting waypoint.
And if that
Setting waypoint.
Yeah, I was just busting your balls. Yeah, I was just busting your balls.
Last night was fun, but I gotta go. Sorry. Are you stupid? Are you stupid person? Because they let him in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came into the plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here. And you just asking questions because you're a stupid person. Are you stupid?
That is said, Josh Hawley, the former vice black belt, deep into the roots of crime.
I say we ought to invest in. Instead of only the police, here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit,
Precision airstrike, standing by, standing by.
What's two-spirit?
Precision airstrike, standing by, standing
This
by.
is from your
Yeah, you know, because when we think about crime, we don't think cops, prosecutors, or prison. We think of a cross-dressing crazy horse. Now you might be asking, what the hell is two-spirit? No, it's not what Kamala Harris orders before she switches the line. But maybe the guy who used the term can define it.
What is two-spirit? You say, don't fund the police, but do fund programs that create safe spaces for two-spirit people. What is I just want to know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea.
Well, honestly, I'm not completely aware of the language. Or
You wrote the
spirit of how
report?
it's written. But what I'm telling you is that what
is a two-spirit individual? I mean, really, I'm saying this is your policymaker's playbook. You are the witness called by the Democrats on this committee, so I assume you reflect their views. Well, you don't want to fund the police. You want to fund two-spirit individuals.
This was his own report. He could have planned. I haven't seen a damn this panic since Jerry Nadler thought it was just a part. Bring it home, Josh.
What is a two-spirit person?
I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual because you talk about.
Oh, no, sir. You're looking at somebody who's reading your own words, and I'd like to hear an answer. Here's the answer. The answer is you don't have any solutions. You want to invest in gobbledygook and take away money from police officers who actually keep our communities safe, and when you're called on the record, you deny it. It's all there in black and white, and your record is there in black and white, and it's a disgrace.
Oh, you're right. So why does two-spirit matter? Because it reveals what passes for progressive thought these days. That's in base operation.
Loadout drop, headed your way, headed your way.
And it explains how all these spread like monkeypox.
Loadout drop, headed your way, headed your way.
That's where it started. But not only didn't they write it, they didn't even...
Changing max.
That's what Hawley exposed. Jackson didn't write the words. He didn't even know.
Changing max.
The auto pen broke into his office in the middle of the night. But Hawley committed the cardinal sin when it comes to the left. He read their own words back to them, which made them look stupid. And there's nothing worse for a Democrat than looking dumb.
Deploying Scotty.
Copy. 123,
So why is he doing
Deploying Scotty.
Everybody's running from there. Now that men and women's sports isn't the virtue signal it was supposed to be, we also never got the insanity.
Positive ID on the bounty target. Hunt them down. Hunt them down.
For legals, but now
Positive ID on the bounty target. Hunt them down. Hunt them down.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
Ouch, don't you hate it?
Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
But I get it, these hacks built their careers on
Gas inbound. Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
they're being exposed. Still, you know who I
Gas inbound.
politicians that already have some. killing trophies, or someone who only posts free Palestine flags, BLM posts, and Dylan Mulvaney squat up at a gun shell.
Five hostiles down.
You think you could what defunding means, or who Charlie Kirk really was. And that was a two-spirit fight climb, actually. That revealed what happens when you ask basic questions. The whole woke front collapses like a Rosie's breaking in a new vibrator.
Getting waypoint. Getting waypoint.
Because wokeism was never an intellectual movement. It's a copy machine. It spreads because nobody reads, nobody asks, and nobody dares to say, wait, what the hell does that even mean? Is this making anyone's lives better? What the hell is pansexual and Asian massage parlor? And they don't dare ask because they're too afraid of losing status. So they went with the flow and now they live and serve. It's why Trump won, and they lost.
Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
Spirit, and we broke their spirit with our very own work.
Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
These are America's most advanced wire paper. They're billowing from those huge cars. Look down here.
Nuclear plants that are always on, 24 hours, 37 the weather, sun, wind, what have you. Reliable.
Changing max. Changing max.
Right against him is the executive vice president and chief generation officer for Constellation Energy, a company with the nation's largest nuclear fleet. What's different about a nuclear power plant than a conventional power plant?
So just like any plant that uses steam to turn a turbine, we use a nuclear reactor.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free. Bounty targets identified.
Hostile shoot. Hostile shoot.
Transported to water.
Hostile shoot. Hostile shoot.
Because football field size building, where it turns two massive turbines.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint.
Generates the electricity that flows
Changing
onto the
max.
Enemy
Changing
soldier
max.
incoming.
Setting waypoint. Setting
We
waypoint.
make electricity with
Gas is moving in.
Changing max.
Use safe zone located. Gas is moving in. Use safe zone located.
we added up about over 2 million homes to get their electricity just in a single plant.
That's wire vapor billowing from those huge giant cooling towers.
These are America's most advanced fighter engines that pilots a Buffalo Harbor.
What's going on? CNN's John 50. MSNBC the corporations run those who are on the move hundreds of millions because we the people, those agencies were the forefront. Against the haters. Incredible. I mean, that I was stadium 27 years ago. Other states. It's still a hate. And he went on and this Fox Business, and he
in a usually pretty hateful way. Well, almost immediately, the co-host on the morning program said that. Yeah.
Before we go to break, a little bit earlier in this block, there was a comment made about Fox News in our coverage about Pete Hegseth and the growing number of allegations about his behavior over the years and possible addiction or issues with alcohol. The comment was a little too flippant for this moment that we're in. We just
Bounty target's gone down. We lost the contract.
want to make that clear.
What?
Bounty target's
Bullshit.
gone down. We lost the contract.
You have bullshit lies that you're pushing without attribution.
News who care about Pete Hegseth, and we're going to leave it at that.
She was forced to be forced. And you saw that on the Beauty the other day as well. So executives now, Comcast and UT, are forcing their far left to do things like that. That would never happen. To me, trying to save their butts. And the actors better do it or they're going to fire. Okay? Many of them are getting fired anyway. You can't lose audience like that and continue to pay people a lot of money. You can't. So they're all
Setting waypoint.
We've captured at the FBI 4 of the most top 10 wanted users
Setting
in the world
waypoint.
in 7 months. To put that in perspective, that's the entire administration. We've captured.
These are America's good.
There's no more like this situation that we've always been. I'd like to go after Trump for his colorful sayings, unless the speech literally encourages violence, whether it's river to the sea or shouting into bottom, then it's something.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Really about
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
they were just like
Gas inbound.
but against in the same bucket as BLM and at least they can let it BLM their brand. If you did not agree, or take a pronoun, you were the enemy. If you said boys are boys to girls, you were a bigot and you got a target on your back. Let him go. So about the leaders, and I'm just talking all the things that chose to over the Americans, because for them it was a virtue signal, but it really was just suicide. It's always the media's take on this. For the longest time they were saying is violence. That's why they would go after Trump for his colorful sayings. Unless the speech literally encourages violence, whether it's river to the sea or shouting intifada, then it's just words. It's just freedom of speech. I don't think it was ever really about Antifa. It's about our leaders who shed their responsibility in protecting the community from them. In favor of this kind of suicidal empathy that Gad Saad talks about, that excused the violent anarchy because we were supposed to empathize with these outsiders. I put Antifa in the same bucket as BLM.
Did I get it off because I put my chin to my chest? I don't think I'll ever be able to put my chin to my chest again.
They submit to their brand of
Did you say one of another?
Yeah, I would like to.
If you did not kneel or take a pronoun,
Can I ask you? Oh wait,
I can't put my chin to my chest. I don't think I'll ever be able to put my chin to my chest again. Get it off because I can't put my chin to my chest.
Hungry?
I don't think I'll ever be able to put my would like to again.
Okay, good.
Can I ask you? Oh wait, no. I would like to.
I'll be back, guys.
of Americans, because for them,
Can I ask you? Oh wait, no. It's Saturday laundry. Okay, I might as well do that between games. Laundry. I'll be back, guys.